Trying to get this event. We're good?
Yes.
Yay, we're live! All right, welcome everybody. We're doing tonight's Sempar a little differently. We're missing our normal MC. Casey Witt is a little under the weather tonight, so we gave her the night off. But I'm Jamie Batts. I am Star Director for Team Movers and Shakers. Uh-oh, I got some feedback there. Do you know what's going on with that? Maybe. Who knows? Anyways, we're going to be chatting up about fundraising tonight. Hopefully that echo goes away.
Kristen's on it, I'm sure.
Still? There we go. Sounds a little better now. All right. So speaking of other directors, let's find out who is here so we can introduce everybody. First, Lisa, go ahead and introduce yourself.
Hi, I'm Lisa, proud director of the Watson Your Warmer team.
Hi, Lisa. Lisa's awesome. She's going to share lots of amazing stuff with you guys tonight about fundraising. And then we have Kristen.
Hi, guys. I'm Kristen from Philadelphia, Star Director for Team Sense and Dreams.
Yay, Kristen is our technical troubleshooter. That's why she was looking a little distracted there. And Kelly.
Hi, Kelly Wiggins from Kansas, formerly Virginia, Star Director with Team Dreams Happen.
All right. I'm so excited that we're here again tonight. I don't know how many of these we've done, guys. I want to say like 5 or 6.
I think this is 6.
Wow.
Isn't that
That's
shocking?
pretty good. Yeah. Awesome. Kelly, why don't you, every time we meet, we try to remember, at least, to share how we became directors, because I think we always share our Sensi story and how we joined, but very rarely do we hear the actual journey to directorship. So Kelly's going to share with us tonight her journey to directorship really quickly so that we get a little glimpse into her life over there in Kansas.
My world. So I started Sensi full throttle. I wanted to make it all the way to the top, but it took me 4 months to get my very first recruit. 4 months. And that person's not actually still on the team, so just so you guys know, like, that happens. Your team fluctuates, people's lives change, things change, but they also can come back too. So actually it was, and I joined, I'm actually getting ready to have my 7-year anniversary.
Wow.
Hey!
Yeah. So it was attending my very first reunion in, let's see, it would be July of 2011. And, no, just kidding, 2010. And I was a superstar consultant at the time, I think, and my sponsor's husband leaned over to me and said, "Kelly, when are you stop playing games and just make it to director?" And I was like, "Oh, I don't know." Like, I had wanted it, but I wasn't really necessarily, I didn't have the prize in sight, and I wasn't really working for it. So it was really interesting to hear him say that, and I think a lot of it had to do with my belief in myself and believing that I could actually make that happen and that I would be able to see myself as a director and as a leader. And I think I got a little bit scared, but I felt like what he said was a challenge. So I totally took it on and came home from convention and went like full force ahead, and that December made director with only 19 people on my team.
That's awesome.
So it was about a year and a half into my journey with Sensi that I made director, and then about 2 years later I made star director.
Yay!
So
Wow.
yeah, it was pretty fast in the beginning with the changes and everything with the team, and it was a lot of fun because I felt like with my teaching background, I felt like I was able to use some of that with my team too. So
yeah, I totally agree. As a teacher myself, I feel the same way. I think it's interesting that you pointed out, and I had the same thing happen to me, and I can share my journey to directorship another night, but you know, when it makes a big difference when someone reaches out to you and says to you personally, "Hey, when are you going to become a director? When are you going to start getting serious?" Or "Why aren't you up there as a director?" type of a thing.
Well, And I think the biggest thing with that is believing in yourself. And,
Yeah.
you know, like we all have these goals and dreams and things, but I think that we are our biggest roadblock. We're the ones that keep ourselves most of the time from being able to achieve stuff that we want to achieve. And it's believing in ourselves is the number one thing you need in order to make it where you want to go. So
Completely.
Yep.
Aw, what a nice story, Kelly. Thanks for sharing. Something that we didn't do yet, and we are the scent bar, by the way, which I realized none of us are wearing our scent bar shirts.
I know.
It's the summer. We're slacking.
I finally have mine, but I do have my cup.
Cheers. I don't have my mug, but I'm drinking some high-quality H2O tonight because it was a hot day out there. Oh, look at that mug, Kristen.
Look, I'm double fisting.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Getting fancy over there. I love that mug, Kristen. I'm so regretting not picking one of those up when I was in Disney also.
It was my only
Kristen,
thing
tell
I
us
wanted.
about your mug.
My little chip. There he is with his chip and a double chip from Disney World.
It was awesome.
It was
And Kristen and I got to hang out in person,
Yes.
which doesn't happen very often because we're in different
No.
states, but it was so fun. So, all right, let's focus. Focus, everybody. We are talking about fundraisers tonight, and it's probably going to be a super quick training because we are down a person. Casey is very sorely missed. Let me hit real quick on... I know. I know. Maybe she's faking it. Let's talk real quick about the benefits of fundraisers, which you may or may not be familiar with. When you first think of fundraisers, one of the first things you're probably thinking of is, oh my gosh, I have to give my commission away. And that's kind of the whole point. I'm in this business to make money. I need to pay for this or that. So fundraisers can be intimidating at first. But if you think about the long-term gains of a fundraiser, that short-term sacrifice isn't even an issue anymore because fundraisers are going to expand your circle of influence and expand your customer base so huge that that small cost in the beginning is very negligible. That's one of the biggest kind of draws of doing a fundraiser that I see is getting out of that friends and family circle, which is so crucial in the very beginning of your business because your friends and family are going to get tired of you relying on them for their business. So strongly suggest looking into fundraisers. Go ahead, Kristen.
One thing I love to think about is if someone's starting up a new company, one thing a lot of people do is they buy lists. And these could be cold leads, right? But they pay money for these lists. So I like to look at fundraisers as you're donating commission and you're giving back, but you're essentially buying all of these contacts, and these aren't cold contacts because they've already bought from you.
Right.
So what a perfect opportunity to show them amazing customer service and to have that ability to be able to follow up with.
Yup, completely. And
It's so
depending on the type of fundraiser, which that's what we're going to talk to you tonight about, you have the opportunity to custom wrap their orders and put in it little coupons or thank yous or samples to provide that higher level of customer service instead of them just, going to Walmart or a website and ordering, right? So that the other benefit that I see from a business standpoint of fundraisers is the tax deduction, right? So you're donating money to a cause, and that is then going to be money that you can deduct off of your income at the end of the year because you've donated it, which is a huge benefit. Go ahead, Lisa.
Well, I just also wanted to add, so unless you're giving away all of your host rewards associated with that fundraiser, and sometimes I give away some of them, but I typically don't give away all the host rewards, and so then I have that to sell, so I'm still able to make money from that. Also, if you already have a team, that fundraising sales total that adds to your TWV or GWV, you are still potentially earning income off the bonuses from your team members.
Absolutely.
So, as a director, I definitely still make money, even though I'm donating my 25% commission.
Exactly, which is one of the benefits, again, of growing a team and working your business at that next level for sure. And I love that you pointed out the fact that those host rewards are typically, for the most part, unused in the fundraiser, so you can use them for yourself to either give as a bonus for people that are participating in the fundraiser, or you can take them for yourself and use them at vendor events or other shows for sure. So that's a great benefit. Kelly, did you want to add to the benefits of fundraisers?
I was just going to say, when I first started, in my first few months, I did a couple fundraisers, and going along with what Lisa was saying, even if you give your full, say, 20 or 25% commission, if you have a team, like she was saying, you're still going to get bonuses off of that. But 9 times out of 10, if you're really truly working your business and you have other things going on besides that one fundraiser, and you're working with the organization well so that it's a good fundraiser, then more than likely you're going to get over your $2,000 in that month, and you're going to get that bonus 5% from the company too. So you can look at it that way as well, as you're still getting income that way if you decide to go that route with how much you decide to offer that company. But I will tell you, that was the biggest thing that helped me was fundraisers in the beginning, because I primarily do, as some of you might have heard in other chats that we've had, the business setups, and I was doing a lot of fairs and events, and so my little lunchtime gigs and those other things. So fundraisers is what helped me build up my inventory, so I had stuff to take to display at my events so that people could actually see and touch the product and see things in real life, and then take it with them if they wanted to that day. So that was a huge benefit for me as well.
Awesome. Love that. Has anyone checked the Facebook event to make sure that there's no trouble? Usually that's what I do.
I'm not seeing any. I'm not seeing any unless I'm missing it.
No, that's good. I just wanted to make sure we're all coming through clear and there's no technical issues. Sometimes that happens with these online chats. So let's get down to the nitty-gritty of it. Who has done? I think we've all done fundraisers. Who wants to share their fundraisers first? I'm just gonna call on someone. How about Kristen? You look guilty over there.
Sorry, I was looking for a comment. I got a notification.
It's me. It's the teacher in me. I always call on the person that's not paying attention.
I was checking comments. Okay, so the bulk of my fundraisers to date have been party fundraisers, and more so individual based. So whether they're running a marathon, raising money for that cause, or even like a small school relevant to just like a specific classroom.
Right.
I've done that. So I've done it through Facebook parties, and then I've also done it through home parties as well. So you pretty much, with that, I found those leads through my Facebook. Just going through my news feed and like keeping my eyes out for that stuff.
So someone would post, "Hey, I'm raising money for this race," and did you just send them a private message?
Yep. And both of them. They were private messages. So you can give them a pouch to collect orders on their own as well. But again, you're just running it like a normal fundraiser or a normal party, and then giving them whatever said commission amount you decided to give them.
Awesome. Very cool. Kelly, what about you?
So I actually, when Kristen was talking, I remembered my very favorite fundraiser was one that I did for a breast cancer awareness talk that they were doing. And I ended up meeting my now very first director from that fundraiser.
Awesome.
So they have a little group page, and I posted on the group page, if anybody's interested in fundraising, let me know. Private messaged a couple people, and these two gals that were working together was interested, and we did the fundraiser, and she hadn't joined yet, so I put the fundraiser under me and still donated, and then she joined, and now she's my director. So you never know
what type of fundraiser was that?
It was Susan G. Komen.
And so did you just sell like the whole catalog, or did you do like an event, or how did you do that?
So we actually did, we did hers in 2 parts. We did an actual event at one of the girls' homes, and they invited family and friends to come over. And I had a display set up and everything ordered from that party. It was kind of like a home party type of feel, was towards that. And then they also I gave them each basket parties that they shared with everyone, and they did a whole catalog that way.
Cool.
Yeah, where they collected stuff too.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Lisa's been quiet over there. She is it's still echoing. Is it echoing for anyone else? No? Okay. Maybe it's just me. Sorry.
I think it's
Echoing for me.
Kelly.
Kelly, can you mute yourself maybe? I don't know. I hear it. Is that better? Ooh, maybe. Anyways, we'll just deal with a little bit of echo.
Sorry.
Oh no, it's definitely not me. Let's talk. I see someone posted in our fundraising chat. Maybe it's loud. Yeah, I definitely hear myself echoing. Yeah, definitely lots of echo. That's what I'm hearing too. Maybe I'll mute myself. Yes, that is better.
So maybe everybody just check your volumes to make sure that they're not up too super high, because that's what I just did for mine, as I just turned my volume down a little bit more.
Oh, perfect. Yeah, that's way better. Sorry about that, everyone. Lisa, can you hear better now? It's not echoing,
Yes.
right? Okay. So, good. I'm glad Lisa can hear us, because Lisa is the guru of fundraisers. She literally is. So
my head is growing as you.
well, you only have this little tiny computer screen to fit your head in. So let's talk first. We'll start with baby steps. Let's see, like, how did you get the fundraisers that you have done? Just think of one in general, and how did you get it?
I think all of my fundraisers have been gotten by Facebook. I watch Facebook. I watch for people who are GoFundMes. I watch for people in a lot of sports, and I will say, is your school looking for fundraisers? Anytime I do a lot of dog rescue fundraisers, I've talked about that before, so I watch for people to post a need. Anytime I find a need, I offer.
And so someone will just post like, hey, here's little Johnny's T-ball picture, and then you just private message them and say, hey, let me know if they need any fundraisers.
That's exactly what I do. Or can you get me the contact information?
Ah, that's good too. Can you get me the contact information? And then, so with some of the larger fundraisers that you've done, how did you set them up? How did they work?
So I've talked many times about how I do a lot of online fundraising, but locally when I have done, I've never actually done a home party fundraiser. That's one I haven't done. I have taken stock to like benefits, people who have, I've done a couple benefit fundraisers, and I've taken my stock there and sold it. I've done last fall, I did a school one, and really the only thing I gave them were order forms, a fundraising brochure, and the folder. That was all. I didn't give them testers or anything. And
did every participant get one of those packets?
Yep.
How many order forms did you put in each packet?
I usually put 8 to 10 in each packet.
Okay.
When I originally started doing fundraisers, I used to try to get as many testers in people's hands as I possibly could. And honestly, I found that really isn't necessary. It's nice if you have extra testers. Sometimes I'll dig through my bins of old testers for current ones and use them. If you have testers, that's great. But if you don't, people do pretty well. Lots of other candle fundraisers don't have testers, and people still buy.
Right.
So I feel like it's only a roadblock if you allow it to be. And I've had some very successful fundraisers with just the brochure.
Love that. Love that. And then, so, like, what are you giving back? I know before you had mentioned prizes and that type of a thing. Can you explain, like, how the donation process worked?
Every fundraiser I do is individual, depending on the group. If it's kids, I try to offer an incentive. I haven't done a lot with kids though, so I haven't done a lot of those. Some fundraisers, it's just like the family for a health benefit or whatever. For the school one that I did last fall, I believe I gave I think I gave the highest seller a $50 or $75 additional bonus.
Mm-hmm. Which came out of your product credit, basically, right?
Right, right. Yeah, and then I typically always donate my full 25% commission, just because
Yeah.
I am confident. I've done it enough times that I know I've gotten many new team members and a whole lot of new customers from fundraisers. So to me, I'm not losing a penny by donating 25%.
Yeah. That's awesome. So it seems like the majority of us have really focused on individual fundraisers, right? It's harder, maybe, just from representative here, harder to maybe break into some of those larger groups and do those group fundraisers. I know, Lisa, you said you've done those big organization ones. How did you get into doing that? How did you get a contact for the Boxer Rescue and do that?
Those are actually not. I mean, I've had some successful ones. I've donated a lot of money to Boxer Rescue, but there's so many of them. You know, every state has their own rescue, and some
Mm-hmm.
states, so really, just because I love dogs, and so get do get into communities of something you have in common with people.
Correct.
So it all started for me with these dogs that I loved so much, and so and then I just started meeting people, and then you get more and more friends with dogs in common, and
Yeah.
so it was just easier for me to find them. But maybe you're in moms groups or sports groups or moms with kids in sport. I mean, anything, whatever you have in common with somebody. Just listen. It's really all about listening.
Yeah.
And offering.
Yeah. Yeah. So one of the things, Kristen, did you have something to say there?
No, I was just going to say I think Jamie Batts has a great idea on how
Well,
she's trying to infiltrate some different areas.
So this is what I did, everyone. And we had been planning this chat for the past month or so, and I have done fundraisers in the past, but just like everyone else here, they've been, well, except Lisa, mine have been very small, mostly individual based. I've done a few school groups, and I've done a few organizations, but they were very, very small donations. I mean, I think the most I've donated has been maybe $150. So if you think of that in terms of PRV, it's nothing too high in sales, right? So in preparation for this, I'm thinking I need to have more experience in fundraisers. I really need to push my envelope, and those of you that know me know that I'm always trying to move and shake, right? Try to switch things up a little bit. So I was on a mission before we went to Disney, and I Googled, literally, I spent probably about 6 hours one day Googling 75, I don't know why I picked 75, I just did 75 different organizations. And so what I looked for was, I thought about schools, and I'm a former high school teacher, so I understand how schools work and I understand how the fundraisers work. And I knew the PTA is a hard shell to crack unless you're involved already in the PTA. So I went for the booster clubs, which we have around here, which are kind of pipes of money that go directly to the band or directly to athletics, right? So I targeted those. I targeted specific school groups. I targeted church youth groups. I targeted horse rescues because, like Lisa has a passion for dogs, I love dogs as well, but I also love horses. So, and I was thinking, I've never seen someone do a horse rescue fundraiser before. So I tapped into those and then some of the dance and cheerleading and gymnastics groups. Anyways, so what I did was I looked at who was their contact. I wrote down their contact and their address, and I mailed them fundraiser packets. So I put together kind of a little, like a possibility packet, if you will, for fundraising. And what I put in it, and I don't have all the materials because I mailed them all out, but I'll explain it to you. And these files for people in my group are in our group page, and if you're not in my group, I can get them to you. This is just a form that says, like, thanks for your interest in fundraising. Here's 3 different options for fundraisers, and it mentions the whole catalog fundraiser, the event type fundraiser, or a Scent Circle fundraiser, which none of us have actually done, but we will explain that to you and how it works and kind of the benefits of that in a minute. So I did that for them. And then how a Scent Circle fundraiser works with this little chart that some of you may have already seen. How many scent circles do you sell and how many participants, and it's just to give a ballpark idea of how quickly that money can escalate. And I also included an actual scent circle with a sticker on it that says, for every 6-pack of these you sell, your organization gets $7. And you might be thinking, how does that math work? I'll explain it to you. And I included a sample. So, and I included either a brochure, a showcase brochure, or I ran out of those. So then I just started giving them product sheets with a sticker on it that says, I will donate 40% of all the sales from this catalog. And again, you're wondering, how do I get 40%? I'll explain it to you. So that's what I did. I mailed all of those out, and I emailed the people. And I said, hey, be on the lookout. I popped this fundraiser thing in the mail. Let's chat. It was much more formal than that. But the key is you got to keep your emails short, guys. People don't read. I mean, I'm just thinking of myself and everybody that I know. Nobody reads long emails. So my email was literally 2 sentences. Hi, I'm Jamie Batts, a local Scentsy consultant. I'm very interested in helping your organization. I mailed you a fundraiser packet. That was it. Yes, Lisa.
I just want to say that creates curiosity, and they will look at your packet.
Exactly. So it's kind of like baiting them a little bit, like getting them to say, ooh, what is this, right? And the heading of my email was upcoming fundraiser. So it wasn't fundraiser opportunity, whatever. Upcoming fundraiser, people are thinking, wait, I don't have an upcoming fundraiser. What is this, right? So they're going to look at it, and they're going to say, what, like, again, the curiosity factor, right? So I did all of that before I went to Disney. While I was in Disney, I was getting emails back from people, and I was like, oh, yeah, the pot stirring, the pot stirring. And then all of this week, I've been following up with was it this week? No, today's Monday. Oh, last week. Following up with everybody and starting to set up meetings. So my email follow-up was, I sent you this packet. Have you had a chance to look at it? Let me know a good time to talk. Right? Let's set up a phone conversation, right? And some people are emailing me back, and we're trying to figure out a time. I'm going to visit a couple people later in the week. And so the balls are definitely rolling. Do I have 10 fundraisers signed up right now? No. Did it cost me some money? Yes. I sent a scent circle with everything, and these packets cost, was it 97 cents each to mail out? So you do the math. I sent 75 of these out. I did sink some money into this. But I've also been in Scentsy for almost 4 years, so I can afford to put a little bit of that money in. Please don't do that. You can keep it simple by just like mailing them a little teaser or emailing a teaser, or like everybody here has said, private messaging people on Facebook and through social media saying, hey, I saw this going on in your life. I would love to help you. Let me know how I can help you, right? You always make it about them.
Of a scent circle as well versus the actual scent circle if you can't afford it.
True, true. Go ahead, Kelly.
And I was going to say, too, one of the ways that I've gotten into a place is I did a pretty decent-sized fundraiser for my niece's school when they were in elementary school. And then another one was I do a local vendor show for one of the little preschool child watch care area in our area. I got a fundraiser from them. And then another thing that you can do, too, is if you aren't a teacher but you know teachers, they can sometimes connect you to the right people as well. So I've gotten stuff from one of, as a former teacher, I still have friends that were teaching in the same school, and they would always reach out to me and get me back involved again with the Scentsy stuff. So it pays to chat with your friends about it.
Big time. Go ahead, Kristen.
I think it's also super important, like when you are at a home party or Facebook party and you're talking about booking future parties or whatever, let them know you do fundraisers.
Yep.
And if you want to include that in your referral program, you could do that as well. Refer me a fundraiser, you'll get this.
Yep.
Super important. Just let people know that easily.
Yep. I have little postcards that I made up. They're super small. They're like business cards. I guess they're business cards that say, I do sensational fundraisers, that type of a thing on it, and I stick them in with the orders. So it's like they're not only getting their awesome order with their samples, but they're also getting a little, oh, wait, fundraisers, cool.
Right.
And you're right. I do, yes, talk about them on your online parties. Put information about fundraisers in your basket and pouch parties. Make sure that you're posting about them on Facebook and advertising your fundraisers in Facebook parties, because people need money, and letting them know you do individual fundraisers, because I recently helped a mom who needed to pay for dance school, right? Like little things like that add up and can really help people make an impact.
Speaking of, so and kind of back onto the scent circle train, or we should call it the single product one, because you can really do it with car bars or scent packs, whatever.
Scentsy buddies,
so one of my directors, she is working with her daughter's competition cheer program. Now this is a huge program, but the spin I like about this is so she is donating for every 6-pack of bars, right? She's donating a set dollar amount. And that amount is going right into that cheerleader's account for the cheer association.
So it's not a bunch of individual fundraisers.
Yes. So they're still individually raising for themselves, but it's also a big group. And you can do that with dance and gymnastic studios. I mean, it depends on how it's structured.
Those programs work,
But that's just, when you talk or you find an organization, it's really talking to them and finding out what would work best with them too.
Correct. Yep. So, with that segue, we're missing our professional seguer today. We're very sorely missed, Casey. Let me break out my handy-dandy whiteboard of magic. I'm going to break down the math for you. For those of you that don't know, if you ever play around on my YouTube channel, I have a bunch of lectures on there, because not only am I a Scentsy consultant, but I'm also an online... Yes, I'm an online professor of magic and mystery, or anatomy, one or the other. So let's break down the scent circle math. First of all, I'll do this really quick. So we're saying that you're going to charge $20 for a 6-pack, right? Normally it's $15 out of the catalog. So you're charging... Correct. If you use the combine and save for a 6-pack, you're actually only inputting $15. So that's $5 you can automatically give right. It's like you're upcharging so you can hand it right back to them, right? Give me 10 and I'll give you 5. That's the concept, right? If you take the commission of this, I just did the math. The commission, 25%, is $3.75. That's your commission. So that's $5 from overcharging plus $3.75, and we said that you're going to give $7 back. That means, can you see all this? That means that you're going to be able to cover some of your expenses with that extra money that you're bringing in. Not to mention, if you're getting that sales award and you're actually earning 30% commission, or you have a team and you're getting bonuses, so you're not losing money on a scent circle. Scent circle fundraisers, I believe, are good for organizations that have a huge participation base and they may not be familiar with Scentsy products, right? So one of the hurdles with doing Scentsy fundraisers is people may not be familiar with the product. You open up a Yankee Candle catalog and you know what a candle looks like, right? You know what a candle is, but they might not understand the Scentsy product. And our showcase brochures don't really have a description of how it works in it, and neither do our product sheets. So scent circle fundraisers, car bar fundraisers, buddy clip fundraisers, these single product fundraisers where we're upcharging, giving that money back in some of our commission, are great for those types of groups, in my opinion. Do you guys feel the same way?
Yes, and absolutely. So, and Jamie, I don't know if you have one of these available. I don't. But you can product, or as far as the cost of what you're putting into each individual fundraise person's envelope, if you're doing a scent circle fundraiser, you can concentrate on just the classics category.
Yes.
And there's wonderful examples of this. It's an Excel spreadsheet that you can just print out, and the customer writes their name, and then they check the 6 scent circles that they want.
Yep.
They check
It reminds me of a brownie, like the Girl Scout cookie order form. It's exactly the same way.
It's easy.
Name, check. $20.
Yeah, $20 bill, you're done.
Easy. And that includes the tax. So I didn't subtract the tax from here, but not all states have sales tax and all that stuff.
Right.
So go ahead, Kelly.
So I was going to say, too, like with that idea, one of the things, the organizations that this would work perfect for is a school, whether you're doing a whole school or just a grade level, which is one of the things that I did at the time. And I wish I had known this when I did this back then. I think it would have probably gone even better. So I would have taken a manila envelope. I would have taken that little checkoff thing that they just described. I'd paste it or tape it to the front of the manila envelope. Each kid's name is written on the envelope, and their money and order forms, and you don't even really at that point need order forms, so it's even saving trees and money there too.
Yep.
Their name goes on the outside of it. Each customer, if they need, like maybe have one or two extra of those little checkoff sheets inside the envelope, all monies go in there, and boom, they're done.
Yep.
So
that's exactly what I did. I did a fundraiser for a group in a school. It was the same way. I taped that thing right on the outside, and on the other side, I had their name, and I had the three-step directions. Right? These are students, so you got to keep it simple. So I had like step 1, put money in the bag. Like step 2, make sure I have their contact information. Step 3, return by this date. Like super easy. So yeah, you gotta keep it simple. Go ahead, Kristen.
I saw another thing recently. I don't think you have to do this, but say you were just concentrating on the classics category. In the Scentsy Family store, you can order our Rub and Sniff stickers in just the classics category. And then, so say you are just doing one classroom, right? Then this might be feasible. You can take an 8.5 by 11 sheet of paper and put one of each scent sticker on there. And now each person, you can put this in their envelope, and people can just smell what scents they want. Now, it's a scent circle, so it's not the end of the world if someone gets one that they don't like, and I don't think it would be an issue, but I thought that was a cool way to get the scents out there.
Yeah, I've done that back before I understood what pouch parties were. That's how I did my first couple of pouch parties.
It works. Why not?
Talk about low budget. All right, so the other math I wanted to break down for you was the 40%, and we can even talk about donating 50%, because I know from working in a school that fundraisers can be competitive, and you want a big bang for your buck. Some organizations aren't going to go with a fundraiser that's only going to give back 20 or 25%. They're going to go with someone that's going to give them a bigger return.
Can I piggyback on that too?
Go for it.
With that said too, and I can't wait to hear what Jamie was about to tell us, but with that said too, some organizations, I know we used to do Joe Corby pizzas, and we, it was for band, we had to all show up. When the Joe Corby pizzas came in, we had to show up to sort them, pick out what our customers wanted, and then go deliver them. Now, you are also offering a service where you're sorting the orders, and for some, that's huge, and so that is worth money in itself.
Yeah.
But, again, you have to take it like organization.
As a teacher, I did fundraisers where I actually had to put the stuff into their website.
Yeah.
So I collected the order forms, and then I had to go and say, okay, this person wants a cheesecake, they want this pie, they want this ice cream, they want this cookie dough. I had to do all that.
Yeah, so don't discount what you are actually also offering as a service.
Exactly.
Because it can be very beneficial to them.
True, for sure. So
another quick, really quick benefit is I have also found out that some organizations will charge extra fees that are kind of hidden sometimes. So that's a point to say too to them that you really truly aren't charging any extra fees. You can offer them the free shipping as long as it's over $200 or more, and they are local to you. A lot of places will say, well, we donate this amount, but you have to pay the shipping, and you have to pay this, and and it's taken out of what they donate to you. And I found that when I was first talking to people about fundraisers, and I found that out, I thought that's horrible, because you think you're going to get extra money and you don't.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Break it down, Jamie.
I'm gonna break it down for you. So first, I'll say that this process will only work as long as you only provide either a product sheet or the brochure. If you're providing a catalog or your website, this is not going to work, because the whole idea behind donating more than your commission is you are doing the combine and saves, and you're not giving them the discount, right? So it's kind of the same way as upcharging with the Scent Circle fundraiser. You're kind of taking more up front, but you're going to give it right back. So let's take, for instance, one of the biggest sellers nightlight warmers, right? They're $20. So say from Susie, you get a nightlight, order and 3 bars, right? And then from Sally, you get another nightlight order and 3 bars. Well, that nightlight is $20, and that 6-pack, those 3 bars and 3 bars, is going to cost you, is really $30, right? Without the discount. So that's a total of $70 that you're actually collecting from those people. You are going to put it in as $60. You're going to put this in as the Perfect Scentsy Nightlight, right? So you're actually only going to pay $60. When you take your commission, $60, I did the math already. It's like $17, right? $17 is your commission from that. Like, I rounded off the cents. Plus the overage of $10 from overcharging, that's $27 you're going to be able to give back. You know what? That works out to about 40%. And then guess what? In our August and February transition months, when everything's 10% off, guess what? You can give 50% because you're combined and saving, and you have that 10% discount on top of it. So...
But you can't just do all the combine and saves in.
Right, you can't use all the combine and saves, right. But you're still able to capitalize on that extra percentage. You're not giving them the discount, you're giving yourself the discount,
Right.
so you can give that money right back to them. Hopefully that math makes sense. I rounded just to keep it simple, but it does work out. So...
Ready? Ready to put the cherry on top of this all?
Yes.
After
Boom.
you've just done 3, 4 fundraisers, maybe big ones, on top of all your busy sales in the fall, you've now just secured your incentive, the fall incentive, and you're likely way on track to earn the annual sales award, which means an extra $1,000 in your pocket.
And
boom.
You never know if you're going to end up with more team members as a result of these fundraisers
All
like I
about
did.
Because you just built tons of relationships.
It's true. And let's just keep adding. And you're going to be able to get those same fundraisers back next year, more than likely. So now you've set up like a legacy of sales for the years to come.
Yes.
Boom, right there, right? That is crazy awesome.
Residual income.
That's what it's all about. And you've gotten all those hostess rewards that you can then set up at fairs and shows and sell for full price, or do whatever you want with. Give it to, all those
You're
little basket
throwing money everywhere.
Yeah.
Make it rain.
You're going to be swimming in money. Swimming in money.
Like Scrooge McDuck. DuckTales. When I was in Disney, I saw a dude with the DuckTales shirt on. We were like, high five, man, on the DuckTales.
Remember they played it? So the last night we had a live band which welcomed us in, and they played DuckTales.
Yes.
The theme song for DuckTales.
It was awesome.
Yes. All right, ladies, we're at 9:43.
We are pretty much done, right? Do you guys want to add anything else? Do we have any questions on the page?
I'm not seeing any.
Okay. Awesome.
We'll give everyone a minute.
If there's any files that you guys have, maybe we can upload them to the event page. I don't know if you can upload
You can't upload files to events.
Okay.
But all of them are on our little group page, so you can add them to...
our team pages.
Yes.
Perfect.
And they're all Word docs, so you can edit them, put your own little spin on it, make it yours.
I so thought you just said word ducks. I'm thinking I have ducks in my
Word DuckTales.
They're all word ducks, so you can edit them.
Webigail. Hashtag Webigail. I always thought I was going to have a daughter named Webigail because she was the pretty one. She was so cute.
You would have named your daughter Webigail?
No, I joked as a science teacher. So I joked that I was going to name my daughter Polypeptide.
Do you want to know what my science teacher did to me? I have webbed feet. I don't think any of you knew that. And she
Fun fact about
was
Kristen, everybody.
amazed. And this was in biology, and we were learning about dominant traits.
Mm-hmm.
So she took me around to all the other science teachers' classrooms to make me show them my webbed feet. So please don't do that to your students, Jamie Batts.
No, I do not.
No,
I teach
but wait a
I teach
minute.
anatomy, so I wouldn't want to be like, hey, look at this. Never mind.
Yeah, Kristen, don't you now want to take your shoes and socks off and show everybody?
No. I mean, they are, but no. Find me at reunion. I'll show you.
Maybe next month's scent bar can be how to be yourself, and Kristen can just, we can all reveal little things about ourselves. Kristen just gave us a little teaser.
There we go.
Now you guys will all be dreaming of ducks and webbed feet.
It's going downhill. I think it's time to end.
I can't swim faster, just FYI. I get that all the time. All right.
Nice.
Third Tuesday or third Monday do we do this?
We do the third Monday of the month. Next month we will actually be in Nashville.
Oh,
we're gonna try our best to just do it. We're just gonna do it from Nashville.
Fun. Oh please. Oh please.
It's gonna be awesome.
Yes. Let's.
And super fun. We don't know the time though because directors have a special meeting dance party thing, so it might be a little later. We'll post details.
Yeah.
It might be earlier. I don't know.
Can't wait.
Awesome.
Thank you guys for joining us.
Guys.
Cheers. Cheers.
Oh shoot, I have to stop.
Yes.